Thank you. This session is extremely important because we're in the middle of this battle right now over collective bargaining, and it is a civil right.
Where would you be without unions? And you see the attacks on the unions that are happening across the country and as part of a movement that is happening in this country. And so this is an important battle, and we're happy to have the panelists that are gathered this morning to discuss this issue. So let me introduce the panelists. The president of Teamsters Local 237, Gregory Floyd.
Thank you. Good morning. It's good to be here with you all. 1959 in Wisconsin, collective bargaining for government employees started, public employees, 1959. Here we are in 2011, and what we saw with 100,000 people on the streets protesting, a Republican right-wing establishment got together and they decided that they were going to abolish all those years of history. Within minutes, what we've taken half a century to build was torn apart. You don't have to be a labor leader or in labor or in a union to understand what this means. If it were not for the labor movement, people like you and I, who look like you and I, in this room, would not have been given an opportunity for employment. So when you see how quickly things could change, we can never think that because one of us became president of the United States, that the work is over. Our job is done. A lot of us became disillusioned, but we didn't realize that the fight was just beginning. And the fight will never be over. So we must understand, you take a lesson from labor, you take a lesson from what is going on right now. Don't ever think you've won a war. You just began, and it's just a battle. Thank you.
Countless people have rallied in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who died on April 4th, 1968, while helping striking sanitation workers, workers who are members of Lillian Roberts Union, of Lee Saunders Union. Sanitation workers in Memphis fight for a living wage and a union contract. People understand that he was both a civil rights leader and a labor leader, that his fight for collective bargaining and living wage jobs was also a fight for a broader progressive agenda of equality, fairness, and justice for all. Upward mobility and shared prosperity cannot be achieved by demonizing unions and pitting workers against each other, which is what many conservatives want to do. I have no doubt that the attack can be not only challenged, but defeated if the labor movement and the civil rights movement act as one movement.
I just want to recognize and offer the chairman of our board, the Reverend Dr. W. Franklin Richardson, a moment to say good morning.
The National Action Network is the civil rights organization of the 21st century. We're partnering with labor. We're partnering with the black church. We're partnering with the civil rights movement so that we can bring a new day, even in the face of enemies who are stronger than they've ever been. We're willing and we're ready to take them on. Thank you very much.
Let me bring now a dear sister, Lillian Roberts.
We have not been listening. We have not evaluated. We have not registered, and we have not voted. First of all, we all pay taxes, those that are working. The tax dollars are then utilized by the people we elect. And when they use it against us, we got a problem. And that's what's been happening, and we haven't been paying attention. They cut away the programs that we have. They use our tax dollars and contract out of this country, out of this state, and we have no jobs. That's what the problem is. And we all have a responsibility to each other. I am very, very concerned because I'm impacted by what you do. If you don't register and you don't vote, then I have a problem fighting a Bloomberg and anybody else who's taking advantage of us. But I'm counting on you to help me to turn this around. Thank you.
Let's talk about how we are in the situation that we're in, meaning the labor movement. And this just didn't start, okay? It didn't start yesterday or 2 weeks ago. It started a while ago. This is a coordinated and planned effort by governors, by state legislatures, by the National Republican Party to take us out of the ballgame. They don't want to hurt us. They want to take us out completely. So it's not an economic fight. It's a fight for our survival. It's a fight for our voices to be heard. And that fight is going on in Ohio, in Indiana, in Florida. It's going on right here in New York if you want to think about it. The people are standing back and saying, whoa, I don't know if we voted for this or if we wanted this to happen. And you see it in Wisconsin, and I've been in Wisconsin almost every week. We got farmers, we got seniors, we got students, we got labor, we got the civil rights community, we got the faith-based community, and they are standing up and they are saying, this is unacceptable, this is not the kind of country I want to live in.
I hope that's true. We need to all come together to understand what is going on. We need to all be educated as to what is going on, because this is a problem that's going to affect all of us. And the only way for us to combat this problem is to come together, understand what the problem is, and focus our energies together, because we're going to have to vote in the next election in 2012. We all need our talking points, why we are voting for a particular party, and what the issues are. And if we do not come together, we will be uninformed and we will be unprepared for what is about to happen.